I made a video recently stating how there are two narratives in the country at the moment. One is that many normal people in Britain are starting to get very worried by the levels of migration and the danger that brings. On top of that, they're sick of being ignored by the mainstream if they voice any concerns, or worse, just yelled at as a racist. The second narrative is that the only people that are upset by the recent events in the UK are a bunch of far-right scum who need to be controlled and contained lest they cause more damage. No prizes for guessing then for which side Keir Starmer has fallen down on. Not even feeling the need to acknowledge the fear many people up and down the country are feeling after children have been murdered, here he is making a pitch about how he intends to defend the Muslim community.
In relation to the Muslim community, look, let me be very clear. I will take every step that's necessary to keep you safe. And that's why I said what I said about mosques being attacked because they're mosques. The far right is showing who they are. We have to show who we are in response to that, and that's why we pulled together this response this afternoon.
What might that response be, I hear you inquire? Well, the Prime Minister has now set up a wider deployment of facial recognition technology and criminal behaviour orders. Funny how he's not so fussed about setting up technology and orders to stop people, murdering our children. But I think we all know the danger of left-wing globalist ideologues like the Labour Party having this sort of power. For instance, they already think people like J.K. Rowling are far right, so what are they going to think about you? Of course, they'll state that this policy is to stop the riots now, yet one suspects what it's really for is to stop marches like the one Tommy Robinson held last weekend. That was a peaceful march which raised some key issues that the country is facing regarding mass migration and cultural identity, exactly the sort of questions the Labour Party don't want the mainstream asking. As I've said before, I don't condone the riots or any form of violence, but the left wing have taken a very odd line on this. They've implied anybody who's bothered by what's going on is far right and a monster. What does that mean then with Keir Starmer's latest policies? It seems to me it's a purposeful attempt to shut down dissent, and this is only going to fan the flames worse. Do let me know your thoughts on all this down below. It's a major story, and if you're new, do consider subscribing to the channel.